Huh? Yeah, you did. So did everybody else. Let me get my words out. Because I had drank a lot. It was, I had a whole Okay. I'm sorry, Will, and I know you worked really hard for it, but your tables were winners most of all the ones, so table one was point. Okay. No, I forgot people today, but I have to anyway, so here we are. My mind went blank. On Friday we took the 4.5 to 4.7 test. We didn't finish. There should be about 10 to 15 minutes at the end of class where you could finish. It would be wise, the sooner you get it done, the better. I'm grading it as it is come Wednesday because we need to know these final scores. On Friday as well, I looked up most people's exemption status, and I think I let you know those who were exempt, but I can look back, I'll go back through that list when I get done rambling to make sure we're on the same page. There are some who are really close and borderline, so I'm going to watch those throughout the week, see what goes on. Just because I've looked you up and said you're exempt doesn't mean I won't change my mind. So if you blow the 4.5, 4.7 test, and then you blow the test I'm about to tell you about, I am smart. I will notice. I will know, hey, I need to go back and check Xavier's again. I don't know. I need to look. We are only going to do 3 problems in the semester exam study yet today. The reason we're only doing so few is that way you could potentially have time to work on this test. However, if you thought, well, the way, in a normal math class, yes, you took Albert 2 trigs, so no. In normal math class, this week is probably a week of review. Algebra 2 trig, we're going to keep on rolling. So we've done all of chapter 4. In order to call this semester a success, we've got to take a test on 5.1. So we're doing 5.1 notes today and tomorrow, and we're taking another test, yes, you heard me, another test on Wednesday. Now, saying all that, 5.1 is actually a really easy section, pretty much reviewing like rules of exponents, stuff you've already done in our math workshops and learned in other classes. So it ought to be an easy A test. So, yeah, it's sad you still have another test this week, but the good news is it should be a nice grade. And the homework's pretty easy, and you're going to do it and show me, get a nice grade for that. And then Jemiah is going to show me her semester exam study guides done at the end of the week, and she's going to get a 100.30% category grade for that. So it should be a good grade boosting week, theoretically, as long as you don't forget to do math in math class. There was something else, but it's not coming to me. So let's go ahead and do number 53 of your semester exam study guide. That's where we left off last week. Anyone know the answer to 53? $52 was D. What did you say? It's B. Trey, didn't you say A? Okay. The top equation they tell you in the problem, multiply by 2. They ask what number we should multiply that bottom equation by. 1 lose another point. They tell you they want to eliminate the X.
Miss Compton, we're talking about ACT, so
I don't care. I do care, but like I'm talking and going over semester exam study guide and be off. Sorry. I told you I was not a peopling person today. I tried to warn you. Okay, -3 times 4 is -12. They had to be opposite sides in order to actually cancel out, so Jemiah is correct. Okay, 54. We've got 2 systems of equations. We need to know which is the correct graph to read in. In order to graph on 54, what form do you need to put the equations in? Equals what? Okay, and what's that called? Okay, so every group can have a point. It's slope-intercept form. Okay, some of these equations have in their top one, see the 2x and the y and the 5? I'm looking at that one. So this one's implying our intercept's at positive 5. That one's saying it's at negative 5, positive 5, positive 5. So do one of the lines cross at positive 5 or do they cross at negative 5? So it can't be A, it can't be C, it can't be D. It had to be B. Now if I rearrange B and put it in that slope-intercept form, the dotted line is the top equation on B. It said greater than, so we would shade above. We rearrange the bottom equation and divide by negative 2. Most people forget you're supposed to do what when you divide by a negative. Thank you, so get a point, Landon. And so we would shade down here, and that overlap where I've colored green and pink is where your paper was darkened to begin with. So that's why it's the answer. But seriously, just looking at the intercepts led that the answer had to be B. Okay, we're only doing one more today. If you're trying to get your group ahead, you also do the ones after that, though, especially the next couple matrices ones, because those are pretty fast. You can type them in your calculator. How could we solve number 55? We could use elimination. You have a point 2, and that's going to take all week. We would have to do equations 1, 2, and 3, and maybe eliminate with 1 and 2, and then 2 and 3, and then we'd have new equation 4 and 5, and remember how long that would take. Semester exam, we're trying to be fast. What's a faster way? 3 equations, so it's a faster way to solve. Using matrices in your calculator. Table 2, get a point. Okay, so if we're using matrices in our calculator, what would the first column be with the x's? Okay, he finished it off, so we'll give 4 the point. The y column would be 1, negative 1, negative 2. What's the z column? 4 again. And then last but not least, 1, negative 3, and negative 2. Okay, so I put this in my calculator. What are the dimensions of this matrix? Because I need to tell my calculator that. You can have a 0.5. So I go on to my calculator, I press second matrix, I scroll over to edit, I tell it it's a 3 by 4. I already typed it in last period. You can have a point. Did you say that as well? You can have a point. You did. You can have 2. Yeah. Well, actually, why don't you just tell me, here's the question I was going to ask Drea, so answer it because you know the answer. So I've typed it in my matrix. I go to math. What button do I press under math in order to get it to solve? You got it to solve. What button did you press? Oh. Well, tell me your numbers. I think you're right. Hold on. And you can, pending, we'll give you a point, pending. Jessica said something and she said wrong. She's going to fix it though. Yeah, it's the RF. Don't press ref, press RF. Okay. What's going to happen is you think I'm going to be useful on the day of the semester exam, and I'm not. So if it's a calculator command question, you better ask it now, because unless your calculator dies or does some weird stuff that I need to reset it, I'm not telling you what command you were supposed to press. That's something you're supposed to know. So yes, we pressed RF, and we got this. What is this matrix called on the left? The one that I'm not covering up with my finger. Yes, Drea, so I did the matrix. You can have your point. Okay, and she already solved, but seriously, the answer was 2, negative 8, 5. They didn't ask for all of them. They said specifically what is the value of y. So the answer is negative 8. Notice 2 and 5 are also up there in case you got confused about it being X, Y, Z. Are there any questions about 55? Okay, we're going to stop there for today. We're going to do more tomorrow. The good news is, since our test is on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we can finish up whatever's left of this study guide. We're working out now. I gave you notes on your way in.
I didn't get them.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Okay. The top 2 learning targets are all that we're handling for now. You've got a giant list of things. We're not doing the giant list. There's no way before Christmas. Our literal goal is to do the top 2 before Christmas. We'll come back to loan division synthetic after Christmas. I didn't put one on your desk. There's 2 on top of that thingy. It's 2 pages. Okay, the first page of the notes after this list of learning targets, the first page on the notes after that is a giant box going through properties of exponents. I refuse to read the box. You're already supposed to know. If they have the same base, you add the exponents. If we're multiplying, if they have the same base and we're dividing, we subtract the exponents. You're already supposed to know what to do with negative exponents. You're already supposed to know all of 5-1. So today is literally a review of something. So again, it should be an easy A. We're going to do the next page with our actual problems. We're going to do these 12 together, hopefully get you some nice points. The bottom 8 are your homework, the ones that say independent practice. I might be nice and give you one of the answers for the homework, then you'd only have 7. Okay, number 1. 6, get a point. 6 plus 2 plus 7 is 15. Because he was paying attention. 8 plus 7 is 15. 3 get a point. 8 to the 8, 8 to the 2, where they're dividing, we subtract the exponents. X to the 28 for number 3. 3 get a point. 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, 47 exponent. Are there any questions about 1, 2, or 3? We're adding the exponents, we're subtracting the exponents, and since we're raising to a power, we multiply the exponents. Okay. 3 and 6 get a point. Okay. 2 times 3 times 1. You're the first person in all my class grades who answered that one. I had to coax it out of everybody else. 2 times 3 times 1 is 6. So the 6. A to the negative 2 plus 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. We don't write the 1. It's understood to be there. B squared stays there. It was c to the negative 2, but we can't have that negative exponent, so he went ahead and put it in the denominator. Are there any questions about number 4? And how many points y'all got? Go to straight up 5 and don't answer anything else. So I'm eventually going to want you on, let's say, number 12. You want to start working on that one. Okay, number 5. Someone besides DJ from 3.
It's R over Q.
Yes. Okay, so 2 minus 7 was Q to the negative 5. 4 minus 3 was R to the 1. We didn't write the 1, and we punished the negative 5 by putting it in the denominator. So our final answer was R divided by Q to the 5th. 2 to 1, yeah. Are there any questions about 5? Okay, number 6. Yes, you can have a point. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. You're the only class period that's flown through these. I don't know if that's encouraging or terrifying.
I have no clue what
It's encouraging for us, terrifying for the rest.
You multiply, so you add the exponent. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 3 plus 2, I got 5.
I'm blown away.
Play 3 plus 2, and we got
Yeah,
5.
That's 5, yeah.
And then negative 2 plus 4,
Oh, so
that's
we're
how you got
busting, not
positive
multi-
2.
I thought we were busting.
No. You're thinking too deep. When we multiply, we add the exponents. Okay, then back up. Did you understand the previous one? Because we subtracted. We did 2 minus 7 and got negative 5. 4 minus 3 and got 1.
And the negatives got to go on the bottom.
Yes. Okay, are you good for real?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I see a hand. Evergrace.
216.
Okay. She's already answered, so she has the right answer. I'll give her a point. Let's go through it one step at a time. Everybody's being raised to the third. So it's 6 to the third, g to the 5th to the third, h to the negative 4 to the third. Everybody's being raised to the third. She's right. 6 to the third. We type that in our calculator. That number is 216.
Yeah.
5 times 3 is 15.
G to the 15, and then negative 4. That's negative 12.
It was negative 12, but we couldn't
So
leave
put
it
on the
as,
bottom.
so we
So
put it
eight's-
in the
eight's
bottom.
negative 12. Eight's
Yes,
12.
yes. That's exactly how she got that. You can. He's trying. Okay, number 8 I'll be really impressed with. Let's go with it, 5.
Is it negative 8, 12?
B to the 6. Yes, and you can have a point. So I'm really impressed she got that because, yes, 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. I wasn't worried about her getting the A and B right. I was concerned about the negative 8, but she realized negative 2 to the third was negative 8, so that was perfect. That was perfect. Number 9, nobody answer this. I'm going to give him a freebie, okay? He's trying really hard. Number 9 is yours if you want it. They're not going to answer. It's yours if you want it.
Oh, you said what?
Number 9 is yours if you want it.
Alright, 9.
He's got this.
Yeah. Into the 8. Negative 8.
So what do I do with it?
Put on that.
So it's, what's my final answer then?
N over N 8.
1 over N.
Oh.
Yes,
I
1
had it
over
right.
an 8. Okay. I know Will did have it right. We'll give it to Will. 10, everyone's messed up, but you're not going to mess it up. You're very smart. Yes, dear. Don't mess it up.
1 over 2 F to the 4th.
I can write today. It's an M. You can have 2 points for that, DJ. And here's why. He realized the n squareds are gone because 2 minus 2 is 0 and it's out. 3 minus 7 was negative 4. He went ahead and put it in the denominator. That was impressive. What I'm most impressed with is the 8 over 16. He realized the fraction 8 over 16 reduces to 1 over 2. So that's why he did 1 over 2 into the 4. It was very nice of him to realize that. Again, if you're not good at fractions, we figured out where that math frac button is. We can make that calculator do fractions for us. Okay, number 11, Drea, you're about to die, so you go ahead and tell me. Her hand
Oh,
was...
is it negative?
Okay.
Negative.
Is it negative 4B? Stop! Over A to the 5th.
No, it's negative 4b to the 5th.
Yes. Yes. I got
B
it.
to the
To
5th.
the
It's
5th.
B to the
To the
5th.
5th. To the 5th.
B to the 5th.
5 minus 1 is 4.
Oh, it's understood.
It's over 8 to
It's
the
8.
5th.
8 to the 5th.
That's what Drea said. She said it
That's what I
right.
got. I get 2 points. But I think I should get the points because my hand was raised, not yours. Okay, I got
Hers was raised. She just got tired of holding it. She eventually put it down.
this one. I got this one.
Hold 1 second. You can have A's points for being so freaking energetic. I'm going to give everybody all the points in a second.
So I get 8 points.
You get 8 points. Negative 4.
8 points.
Okay. Before you get caught up in points, I'll gladly give you all 3 more points at the end of the lesson for being so energetic today. I just need to make sure those who are understanding are kind of on the same page. So it's an understood 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 2 minus 7 was a negative 5. So we put it in the denominator. Okay. 12 is a problem. It takes a few minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to let them each say their answer. More than likely. Go ahead.
Nope, that's wrong.
Yes, dear. 6. Go ahead. He's not going to, you don't even have to stand up. He's not going to get it right. None of you are. Go ahead.
8 to the 24th.
Divided by what?
125, B 24.
You did it!
Hey, photo mouth.
No.
I mean, I
I understand it. No.
Okay. You know what?
Let him work it out.
You know what? I got a way to fix this. I
On
got
the
a way.
board.
You ready?
Oh, God.
I'll come back and explain 12 in just a second. I'm competitive like y'all, so I gotta get to the bottom of this, especially with 4, 5, and 6 trying to argue. So hold on. Do you see number 8 at the bottom?
Yeah.
We're gonna call the real winner the first one to get to that one.
Heavy grace.
Number 8 on the bottom. Get to it first, and I'll give you 3 points.
It's something. It's actually 6. Over 16.
I have some sort of app or something.
No.
They just genius.
Eight of the second over into the third. That's number 2, right? Isn't that right?
It's the math word.
Is that right? Number 2 is 8 of the second over into the third.
Oh, it is.
I think
I think it's easy, but I think a lot of stuff we do is easy, and yet we still
Wait, what they say? What
That's
they
right.
read it out.
What they say to ask us?
X to the 6 divided by 16, y to the 12. 14.
14?
Yeah.
I gotta watch it say.
Okay, let's go over it. Okay. My excited people, go ahead and just do the homework problems. Let me explain it to the non-excited. Back to number 12. Okay. Let's go back to 12. If you want to work on the homework because you got those hard ones, then you can. Otherwise, let's go to 12. The easiest thing to do, and I know this is depressing, so I would put a star by 12. 12 is a good one because it uses all the rules that we'll talk about all the rules it uses when we get done. The easiest thing to do first is to deal with the insides. So first thing I did was 5. A to the, I'm even going to write it out for everybody. -7 minus 1, because it was an understood one there. And we're dividing, so I subtracted. So it's -7 minus 1. So I really have 5a to the -8. I also have b to the 2. It was a 2 minus a -6. So I get 2 plus 6, which is just positive 8. Now, table 1's about to bust because he understands he cannot leave that -8 the way it is. He's got to move it to the denominator. Are there any questions about those 3 steps? Okay, but I'm nowhere near done because I've yet to deal with the fact that it's all raised to the -3. So I've really got,
positive 24, wouldn't it? A to the 24.
I've got 5 to the -3. 8 times -3 is -24. 8 times -3 is -24. And then we're in a whole realm of
We gotta
trouble.
put that B down there, don't we?
We got to move them all. Because
Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
negative, so everybody's going to move.
So it's
all
just
1 over 5 to the
Yeah,
third.
all that.
There is a
A
5
to
to the 3rd. There is a B to the 24.
Yeah, and
But
A-
seriously,
A is-
the A has to move up.
Oh.
Oh, because it's negative and it's in the denominator.
So we move it to the numerator.
Oh.
So literally everybody swapped because he was negative, so he had to move to the top. He was in the top and he was negative, so he went to the bottom. Now in my calculator, if I ask for 5 to the 3rd, it really is 125. So it's A to the 24 divided by 125 B to the 24. Okay, now this one was hard, but here's why it's a beauty. It starts off by making sure you understand when you divide, you subtract. Then they already make you address negative exponents by putting that 8 and 8 in the bottom. Then they make you raise something to a power. And then again with the negative exponent. So really 12 is great because it tests out pretty much all the rules of exponents all at once. Okay, are there any questions about 12? This is how the geniuses did 8. They did it along the same lines. They said 4x to the -2 minus 1, y to the 3 minus a -4. They just subtracted the exponents. -2 minus 1, 3 minus a -4. So they've got 4x to the -3, y to the 7. They understood they couldn't leave that as a -3, so they went ahead and put it in the denominator. Is everyone good so far on this? Well, I've still got to deal with the fact that the whole thing is raised to the -2. So I end up with 4 to the -2, y to the -14, and x to the -6. Oh no, I'm having that issue again. I can't have 4 to the -2, so I put him in the denominator. Y to the 14th goes to the denominator. X to the 6th goes to the numerator. My final answer is x to the 6th. Y to the 14th, yes. But 4 squared is 16. So x to the 6 divided by 16, y to the 14th. So again, it's terribly annoying, but it checks. Do you understand that you're supposed to subtract? Do you understand what to do with negative exponents? What do you do if you raise it to a power? It checks pretty much all the main rules of exponents all at once, so it's genius. So when asked first period, is this on the test on Wednesday? To be honest, I hadn't even looked at it. It's been that kind of a week for me too, but I like it because it does all the things at once, so I hope there are at least one.
Can we have
There
this
is
have
at
this
least
whole
one.
test?
There is one.
You can make it a bonus.
Yeah, if there's not, I'm definitely going to add one as well if there's not one already. There should be one. Again, that's why we're calling it an Easy A Wednesday, because the test on Wednesday should be a nice grade if you understand what's going on. Okay, I want to see these 7 problems that you have to do. I am going to check that tomorrow. If you want to work on that now, that's great. If you need to show me something from last week you forgot, most people forgot to study, guys. You can. Or if you want to take this time to work on your test from